This week on Eye of the Hunter, co-host Rebecca Francis concludes her quest for a world record Dall sheep. After taking on the most brutal terrain on Earth to tag a mountain goat, Becky gets a chance for a world record Dall sheep ram. Alaska is one of the most rugged and unforgiving places on Earth. Hunting this animal with a bow will be a supreme challenge. The Hunter, presented by Aimpoint.
Now that my mountain goat hunt is finished, I can focus all my efforts on finding a monster ram. My outfitter, Bill Stevenson with Alaska Outfitter, flies a nice little super cub, but it's small enough that he has to fly us in one by one, from goat camp back to sheep camp. The weather in Alaska is always so unpredictable, and once again, it rained hard and locked us right in our tent for a while. I'm pretty sure I was drenched the entire trip. When the sun finally comes out, we turn the surrounding bushes into a makeshift laundry line to dry out all our wet clothes. It didn't really work that well because the sun only comes out for a precious few moments at a time. When I look up and see that brilliant rainbow fill the sky, I know this is going to be a good hunt.
Ooh, pretty.
I'm getting pretty antsy, and it is time to hunt. I don't care if it's still raining. I'm going to load my pack and head for the hills. It doesn't take long before we spot a lone ram high on the ridge. Now, we just have to figure out the best way to get to him. And then you add in the swirling wind, and it's fixing to be a real challenge. Dall sheep have extremely good eyesight, so we have to figure out a way to get above him without him seeing us. With sheep, it's pretty much a one-shot deal. If you spook them, you've basically lost your chance. When we finally make it to the ridge, we can't see the ram anywhere. But I know he has to be right here somewhere. As luck would have it, the ram is feeding about 20 yards right off the edge of the cliff. Now, we just have to get into the right position, just in time for the rain and wind to pick up again, almost as if on cue. I can see the ram bedded down right in front of me. This is a perfect setup. Just as I'm about to take the shot, he's winded us, and he's not going to stick around for long. But that's sheep hunting.
Eye of the Hunter is brought to you by Aimpoint, the future in sight. Barns, optimized for your target. Brownells, selection, service, and satisfaction. The National Shooting Sports Foundation, promote, protect, preserve. And Scent Killer Gold, apply it, dry it, and go hunt.
The next day, we spot another group of big rams high in the cliffs. None of us are sure how we could ever get to them, but we have to try. That's why sheep are one of the hardest animals to hunt. They live right in the cliffs, protected from any predators. It takes a while to hike up these steep side hills. Climbing in this shell, it's like taking one step forward and then sliding 2 steps back. When we realize what we already knew, that there's no way we're going to make it to these sheep, we stop for my favorite mountain treat, salami and cheese. The nice thing about this area I'm hunting in, everywhere we look, we can find more sheep. And pretty quick, we're off on another chase. The hard part about sheep hunting, all the sheep are on different peaks. So when one stalk fails, you have to climb all the way down the mountain and then all the way back up the other side. It's almost like stair-stepping at the gym. Of course, eventually, if things work out, there should be, by all rights, a big payoff. The Chugach mountain range has some of the most spectacular and unique views in the entire world. Hunting requires so much patience. Most of the time is spent just slowly sneaking in on something. I've spent countless hours flat on my belly trying to go unnoticed, only to fail in the end. Very few bow hunting stalks end in success, but that's exactly why I love it. It is the ultimate challenge. Glassing is also a crucial part of sheep hunting, and it too requires a great deal of patience. You can spend hours watching a hillside with nothing there, and then all of a sudden you look up and there's a big ram. This is exactly what happens to me. After sitting around all day trying to spot something, 6 big rams finally appear. I know I have to hurry to get to the top of the ridge without being seen. I can feel my heart pounding because I know these rams are right here somewhere.
I think we know we need to maybe get in this lower spot here. We're going to expose ourselves going up this one. I think.
We'll just have to be real slow going up this.
We're trying to be so careful not to let any rocks fall so we don't give ourselves away.
Y'all go up to that granite Jesse spotted it. We might can get her, drop her around, get her on this other side, and just have her stay here. We can tell him whether he's coming this way or this way. Head on up there, keep an eye on him. He's still visible. I want to know if he gets up, what he does.
When Eye of the Hunter returns, finding the ram is only half the battle. Stay tuned. Sportsman's Watch, issues sportsmen need to know.
As hunters, we often take the tools that we use to succeed for granted. We're always dreaming of that new optic or rifle or other piece of gear that we use to be successful in the field.
But year in and year out, it's those little things we've always carried that help us get the job done. Unfortunately, there are some who are now calling the ammunition sportsmen have used for hundreds of years conservation killers. The simple truth is that traditional ammunition, like this .22 long rifle bullet, has done more for wildlife conservation than many hunters and shooters realize. Through excise taxes we pay on firearms and ammunition, and through license fees, sportsmen contribute more than $1 billion to wildlife conservation each year. Wildlife populations are not being impacted, and consuming game harvested with traditional ammunition is perfectly safe for me and my family.
So don't be fooled. The ammo banners are the real conservation killers.
Learn more at nssf.org.
We are right in the top of the cliffs, picking and choosing a safe place to step so we won't get hurt. This isn't a place where you get second chances. If you slip on one of these cliffs, it's over. And I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty nerve-wracking to hike around in all these rocks on the edge of a several hundred-foot drop-off. We slowly keep working our way around the rocks, expecting to see the sheep at any moment. When we finally get the sheep in sight, they are feeding right out on an open hillside, and it's getting dark fast. I really don't have much choice but to go right out in the open after them. So I slip on my white suit, praying to fool the rams into thinking I'm another sheep. Now I know this can go one of two ways. The rams could either buy it and let me sneak in, or they'll figure it out and they'll take off. But at this point, I really have nothing to lose. I step out into the open and begin acting like I'm another sheep, slowly grazing over to the rams. I know I can't rush this one. Every so often I stop and mimic the movements of a sheep. They have me in sight, and I honestly can't believe they haven't taken off running yet. This might actually work. I can see the rams lifting their heads to watch me for a minute, then go right back to eating. This is working out perfect. I know I have to hurry because it's going to be dark soon. So every time I hit a dip and drop out of sight, I take off running. And then as soon as I hit the crest and the rams are back in sight, I have to slow down and start acting like a sheep again. I can feel my heart pounding as I get closer and closer. My plan is to make it to the next group of rocks and wait for them to come to me. This is working great. The rams are moving towards me, and I'm getting closer and closer to them. As soon as I make it to the rocks, I need to hurry and get ready and set up for the shot. The problem is, I'm sneaking in all alone, and I can't see the sheep behind these rocks. I have no idea what the sheep are going to do. Sterling, Henry, and Lee are all watching from a distance as the completely unexpected is about to unfold. They have no way to tell me what is about to happen. I am in for the surprise of my life. About to meet my ram face to face.
When Eye of the Hunter returns, Rebecca is close. But can she close the deal? Stay tuned. Eye of the Hunter is brought to you by Otis Technology, Smart Gun Care. Montana Decoy Company. Need a quick setup? Pop it like it's hot. DaveHeine.com. Experience the difference knowledge makes. Tahoe Films, a leader in online outdoor entertainment. And Shoot and See Targets from Birchwood Casey. Always know where your bullet hits. Alaska Outfitters, offering access to some of the best hunting in the world. Sheep, goats, moose, and brown bear, all amidst the rugged beauty of the Alaskan Peninsula. Alaska Outfitters. Visit them on the web at unit9bearhunts.com.
I am about to meet my ram face to face. My heart sinks as I thought I had just blown it. I jump up on the rock and watch the ram run over to stop with the rest of the group. I have a split-second decision. I don't even have time to range him. I settle my 70-yard pin right on his shoulder, and I release. It's all happening so fast. I'm not even sure if I've hit him. I keep searching for the glow of the luminoc, and I can't find anything. What just happened?
After we shot the sheep last night, just before dark, we were able to pick up a bunch of blood. And we followed the trail all the way around the mountain. But we were up in some cliffy areas and we're a long way away from camp. And so we found this nice little ledge and we put all of our rain gear on and all of our clothes and gloves and hats, and we put these plastic bags over the top of us, and it rained on us all night long. And we laid down about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it's 5:30 about right now, and we're all cold and wet and miserable, and the blood trail is probably gone now because of the rain, but we're gonna keep on trudging along and see if we can find the sheep. Okay, we just came one side hill away from our camp and looked down in the gully, and my ram is piled up right down there in the gully. Let's go look at him.
I am feeling so many emotions from all the highs and lows of this hunt, not knowing if I had even hit the ram, then to find this unbelievable 42.5-inch trophy ram. This is the most incredible experience of my life.
Oh my gosh, look at him. Oh my gosh, he's so pretty. I can't believe it.
And to top it off, I shot the ram on the very day of our 15th wedding anniversary.
we're pretty sure it's a 10-year-old sheep. It's there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I stared at his eyeballs 5 feet from me. He came and stared at me, and I saw him at 5 feet.
It was an incredible hunt with incredible people, and I saw some of the most spectacular scenery around. My ram ended up scoring 168 and an eighth, which by Pope and Young scoring methods is number 3 in the world. Unfortunately, I was unable to enter my ram into Pope and Young because I had used a Luminoc. But I wouldn't take it back for anything. It was because of that Luminoc that we were able to pick up the arrow on camera, even though it was filmed from such a distance. This was a hunt of a lifetime, and by far will be my most cherished of all.